Alright guys, in this last video we're gonna finish our project and we're gonna create the news component page and contact us and of course not found page. So first let's fix something. If we click on a different cards, we're supposed to go to the details of this place, but we open the first one, this one. So let's fix to open individual cards, okay? I mean the info of the individual place. To do that, let's open our code editor in the context file. Let's create two methods. First one, get item. It's gonna be parameter ID, gonna be function. Let's create the variable const, name it item, and this dot state dot info. So we're gonna loop through the individual cards, and we're gonna find the okay, let's give the parameter item and item dot id equal id. We're gonna find we're gonna find a specific card, individual information for every place. All right, and let's return item, and let's create the handle detail. We're gonna use an info card. We're gonna use in a link. So on click, all right. Let's create it. We're gonna have parameter ID. It's gonna be function, and let's create the variable const item, and this dot get item and ID. And this dot set state, gonna be function as well. It's gonna be, and let's return. We're gonna return detail info. With item. Okay, it's supposed to be in a return. So return, it's gonna be object like this without semicolon. All right, so now we need to go to info card and let's create on click. It's gonna be of course function, and let's do value dot handle detail and ID. Now we need to add the handle detail into our, let's save it, into our in context API into our provider, so we can pull up. Let's do here handle detail, it's gonna be this dot handle detail. Let's add the comma here, Let's save it. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna get the picture. We're supposed to get the picture, title, and the text. Let's go. It doesn't work. Okay, let me see. Of course, we got not in full. Sorry guys, it's supposed to be find. Yeah, let's save, let's go back. Let's check. No. Okay. And of course, info in here. Yeah. Should be work. Alright. Yep. We pull our details of this place. The picture. And let's see this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Now let's create the news page. Let's open code editor. In components, open the page and here. Okay, first of all, let's create news card so we can loop through the cards and display on the news in a news page. Okay, let's create in the components folder. Let's call it news card JS. It's gonna be stateful. Let's cut export default. Let's put in here news card. Okay, first let's import info consumer. From context. Now let's create the variable const. What's gonna be ID, news title, and news text. And let's give it the props. This dot props dot item. Alright, let's create info consumer. And the function, of course. Let's give a parameter value. Okay, inside this function, we're gonna create our card, news card. So it's gonna be div with the bootstrap class card, container, and margin top. Actually, yeah, let's do margin Y, so it's on the top and the bottom. No, actually, let's do on the top. I'm gonna be 2, and on margin bottom, we're gonna add 3, and padding, it's gonna be 5. Let's create div with class card body, and we're gonna add the title with h5, give it the card title, and here we're gonna add news title, and let's create the text. I'm gonna use the paragraph with the class card text, and news text, and let's create the link. Okay, let's export the link from router DOM. Import link from React router DOM, and let's add the link in here. It's gonna be class name card link, and let's add the text, read more, something like that. Okay, we're done with the card, news card. Now let's add the ID somewhere in here for the H5. Okay, that's gonna be ID. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now let's look through the cards and display it on a news page. So open news, and here let's first import our news card. Import news card from, and it's in our components folder. So here it is. Okay, news card, and of course let's import info consumer. Oops. Info consumer, context. Okay, now let's map through our cards and display it on a news page. Okay, let's create a component info consumer. So value. Let's return value. We're gonna get it from the provider news that map. It's gonna be item and return news card with the individual ID. It's gonna be item dot ID, and item gonna be item. Oops, not in here, but in here. Let's save. Let's go and see. Okay, we got a mistake. Let's go back to context. You see, guys, in a previous video I made a mistake, not in new but news. Let's do news. So in a context, just in a state, just fix it to news. Okay, and let's go back to our news. So let's go in here, and of course the mistake in here, we need to return it. So let's, instead the curly braces, need to put it in braces. Let's copy it. Let's cut it. Let's delete this one, and let's put inside the braces. Let's save it. Okay, now it should be work. Let's go. Okay, in the news, so we map through all the cards. We click, it's gonna be main. So alright, next let's create contact us. Okay, let's open code editor. Let's go to the contacts. Okay, let's delete this one. Let's create section with a class. Let's give it a margin top, the bootstrap class. Margin bottom 5. Actually, let's do margin Y. It's gonna be on the top and on the bottom 5. Padding bottom and top, we're gonna use same Y 5. Okay. Inside the section, let's create the div with the container class, and let's create the div with the bootstrap well class and well for the small screen. Let's create the title. It's gonna be let's do strong our location. All right, now let's create the row for our map. On the left side and on the right is gonna be form. So div with the bootstrap class row. Let's create the div with the class column. For the medium screen is gonna be 7 columns. And let's get the map. To get the map, let's go, I guess, Google, I guess that maps. So D, I guess. Google Maps. Yep, let's create. You guys can create with your location, you know, whatever location you're gonna choose. I'm gonna, for example, any location. Okay, let's go to Moscow. Where the Moscow in here. Oops. Can choose, just for example, I don't know, let's put in here. So okay, let's put the pointer, for example, in here. You can give the name of the pointer and of course the comments. I'm just use the save. Let's do it red. Okay, and now let's share. No, not share. How to get it? Okay, and embed to my site. Let's go in here. This map not public. Okay, let's do it public. Where's the public? Dun, 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 dun. Not in here. Private, change to public on the web. Save it. Done. Let's embed. Let's grab this code, just copy it, and let's go back to the code editor. Let's create iframe for the map. Right, let's add this. Oh, actually, what I'm doing, it's already iframe. Now let's just paste, Ctrl V. Alright, we got it. Let's delete the width and height. Let's add our individual style, custom style, I mean. Okay, it's gonna be border 0, width It's gonna be 100%, and height is gonna be 315 pixels, and frame border is gonna be 0. And let's edit allow full screen. Allow full screen. Screen, I guess, like this. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got in our context. Okay, we need to put in a container in here. Let's cut this close div and add in here. Yeah. Save. Let's see. Yep. Okay, now let's create the form. It's gonna be in here. Let's create the column for the medium screen. It's gonna be 5. So the title, let's do strong, and contact us. Now let's create the form. It's gonna be without action. Let's create the div with the bootstrap class form group. Let's create the input with the class form control. It's gonna be type text. Let's add the place holder. It's gonna be okay, name. Okay, let's copy this div. Let's do the same for email. It's gonna be email. Email for the phone as well. It's gonna be tell and phone. Okay, and let's do text area. Text area for the comments. We don't need this. Let's 10. Now let's do 3. Let's add the placeholder. Placeholder. It's gonna be message. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, let's do it full width. To do this, we need to add the class name, form control. Yep. So now let's create the button. Button. Okay, down here we're gonna use, of course, React router DOM. So let's import the link. From React router DOM. Okay, in here, down here, let's create a link with the class btn outline. It's a bootstrap class. It's gonna be primary. Let's do text uppercase. And inside, let's add the icon, it's gonna be font awesome icon with the class fa paper plain. Oh, okay, and let's create area. Oops, area hidden. True, and oop. Say mistake in here, and in here. Let's fix it. It's gonna be class FA in here, and let's create another one. It's gonna be with the class FAB FA Telegram plain. We don't need the closing tags in here. Just delete. And the text, let's give a space and BSP. Just send. Okay, let's save. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's make a, let's say it margin top 1 to make a space a little bit. Okay, in here. All right, we're done with the contact us. Last, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create the not found page component. Okay, let's roll. Let's open it. Okay, let's delete. Let's create the div with the class container. Inside, let's create the row. Inside the row, we're gonna create the column for the medium 12, and the div with the class error template. And let's create the title. Which one? It's gonna be oops. Like this. And H2 title. It's gonna be with the text error. Let's do 404. Not found. And div with the class error details. It's gonna be the text sorry and error occurred with double R occurred the requested page was not found. Something like that. Okay, let's go down here. Let's create another div with the class error actions. Where's gonna be our two buttons? One button to go back to the main page, to the home, and the second one gonna be to send the email or something like that to support, Okay, let's create the link with the class btn outline. It's gonna be primary, and btn large. Let's create the icon, font awesome icon. It's gonna be fs pass fa home. Let's delete this one and let's make a space and be sp for the text. And it's gonna be back to main. Okay, and let's copy this bottom. Let's change to secondary, and here's gonna be support and not the home but envelope. Let's save. We need to import the link, of course, from React Router DOM. Import link from React Router DOM. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's style with the styled component. Okay, let's do it. Let's import styled component. Import styled from styled components. Okay, import. Okay, and down here let's create a variable const. Let's call it component not found. It's gonna be styled for the div backticks and inside. Okay, what I'm doing, guys? Okay, in here let's style first. Let's style the error template. It's gonna be padding. Let's do with the pixels. 40 pixels top and bottom and 15 pixels left and right, and text align center. Alright, and let's style the error actions. Margin top. Yeah, margin top. It's gonna be 15 pixels, and margin bottom same as well, 15 pixels, and bottoms. Let's do, yeah, for the error actions. Okay, let's do this. Error actions. Actually, it's btn. We need the style just bottom. Bottom for bottom. Margin right. It's gonna be 10 pixels. Okay, let's see what we got. Nothing. You know what, guys? Because we need to copy this variable name, and on the top, instead of this div, I need to put the component name, and let's go all the way bottom and paste in here as well. Let's save. Should be work. Okay, we got our not found page. Let's make this button clickable. For them, go back to main. Let's add the path. It's gonna be to main. For the support, we're not gonna add any path. Alright, let's see. Yep. Okay, guys, so we're done with the project. So everything work good. If you guys have any question, please just ask in the comments below. If you like the video, like it. If you hate, you know what to do, guys. So thank you guys. I hope it was helpful, interesting project. Okay, so if you're new for this channel, please subscribe, because next videos gonna be interesting too. Okay, see you in the next videos. Bye.